Welcome back to our PowerPoint Mastery course. In this lesson 14, we are diving into one of the most creative and engaging parts of presentations design, like animations, transitions, and slice timing in PowerPoint. Animations and transitions, when used effectively, you can make your presentations more engaging, highlights key informations, and guide your audience focus. But when overused, they can distract or even confuse your viewers. So, in these lessons, we'll cover the differences between animations and transitions, type of animations in PowerPoint and how to use them. Okay, and the next one is working with animations, effects, durations, and delay, and applying and customizing transitions between slides, using slide timings for rehearsals and automated presentations, and best practices, does and don't, with real world example. So by the end of these lessons, you will know how to control the pace and flow of our or your slides so that your audience stayed focused on your message. So let's move into the PowerPoint. And here we are in the simple PowerPoint, and I have using like the examples like crypto investings and trendings like this way. I have like the introductions and charts and also the quarterly global currencies marketers and quarterlies over here. So let's begin with common questions like what the difference between animations and transitions. Okay, so the first one is animations. So animations are effects applied to object on a slide like text, image, or shapes. For example, like having bullet points fade in one by one. So like here I have like that there's one, or I will show you later on. And the other hand, the transitions are visual effects that occurs when you move from one slide to the next, and for example like sliding, fading, or morphing into the next slide. So think of it this way, like animations happen within a slide and transitions happen between slides. Okay, so here are the example. Like imagine you are presenting like the quarterly sales data, and you might animate the chart so each quarter results appears on at a times. So like if I gonna select like go to simple one, and now let's preview it, so it comes like this way. Or like if I gonna go to, and that's it with the simple example just we have used with the simple animations. Then when you move into the next slice with your marketer strategies, so here like you can find, or you can go to the transitions. Like if I gonna go to over here, so now let's go with, and now let's see it comes like this way. Okay, so use a smooth, or if I gonna go to with the fade, so fade transitions to guide your audience. So now let's move into the, or let's dive deeper into the animations. So in the PowerPoint, animations fall into four main category. Like if I gonna go to the animations, and now you will see like the animations with here the insurance. So here this is how objects appears, like fade in or fly in, and also the zoom and the emphasize. So highlight object already on the slide, like with the plus, theta, or spin. grow and also the sinks, also the different one. And the another one is the exit. Okay, so how object leave the slide, like with the fade out and fly out or disappears. And the another one is the motion path. Okay, so moving object along a set path, a line, and also the arcs, turns, shapes, loops, and custom path. Okay, so let's add an animations. So for that, so select the text boxes, or let's say let's go with this, or I want to add the animations over here. Then go to the animations, animation steps, and choose like something the fade, or let's go to the over here, and you can use the fade in from the entire group. Okay, so now you will see or also small numbers appears next to your object. So this is the animations order marker. You can layer multiple animations on the single object. So for example, let's use the another one, or you can add it, or let's the add animations over here. So let's add first the or fade in the shapes, or we can use, so this is the or add in. Now let's go to or select over here, and let's emphasize the spin. So let's go with the there's one. And finally we want to add the or exit or fade out. So let's go to and use the fade out like the there's one. Okay, so but remember, less is more. Don't overdo your slide with too many effects. So now let's try to find out. It comes like this way, then spin it, then is the now the fade or like fade out. Okay, and another use or like to control animations more precisely, we use the animations pane. So open it by going to the animation steps and click the animations pane, and here you will see a list of all the animations on your current slide. So you can reorder them by dragging and dropping over here, or you can start with the start options by clicking over here, like let's go to, or if I'm gonna go to over here, we have the start options over here. Or before that, so let's add the another animations over here. So let's go with the shape, or if I'm gonna use the split it, like let's go to the float in, and that's it. So now go to the animations, and if I'm gonna go to the animation spin, or this is for our the first one, this is for the second slide. Okay, so now go to the animation spins over here, and that's it here. And now you can adjust or like start options over here, or if I'm gonna go to from the here, and let's say we can go to, or let's go to the start options like on click. So this is play when you click, or with previous, so play at the same times as another animations, and the another one is the after previous. So this is placed immediately after another. So for example, let's say if you're reviewing like the bullet points, like, or if I'm gonna go to over here, and there's is with the there's one, and also at one you can go to or use all of them. So like here, if I'm gonna go to and let's use the or click over and use the with previous, like the this one, or like if you want your titles and subtitles to appear together, set them with the with previous. Okay, so and you can also adjust the durations, so how long the animations last. So let's go to, and if I'm gonna say the durations and make it like more, like the there's one, and the delay, how long before the animation starts. So you can go to like something like the 25th. So this is the perfect for like processing or pacing your slides. So for examples, we add here with the content and with the these bullet points, and also the or if I gonna go to and with a few seconds for dramatic effects. So now let's go to the slideshow, and if I gonna use the from current slides, so let's play it, and now it comes like with the same times, and that's it with the few delay in there. Okay, so and that's it with the simple example just used in there. So now let's move into the our main or our slides. Okay, so this is the animations, and you can go to like if you gonna go to with the this one, and let's add the animations. Or before that, so let's go to over here and let's add the animations into like let's say the zoom in, and let's say, and before we can select on like the with previous, let's use the durations and increase, or let's use, or we want to zero delay, and here let's say we gonna want to use like something like the shape, and we want to use this one with the previous. So now let's move into the slides again, or you can go to like you can go with over here or start with the previous. So from the current slide, so it comes like this way. So that is the animations basics. So now let's move into the transitions between slides. Okay, so and also explore, we want to explore the transitions. So to apply the transitions, like select the like the or slides, now go to the transitions on the ribbon and choose from the effects like fade and also the pause and waves and also the morph. Okay, you can apply transitions to one slide or to the all slide. So here we have the options to work with apply to the all slides. So for example, so for professionals corporate decks, use the or simple transitions for like the fade. And if I'm gonna now try to play it or apply to all, now let's go ahead and it comes like this way. Okay, and for a creative or educational project, you might use the morph or to seamlessly animate object between the slides. Okay, so if I'm gonna now click or let's go to the apply to all, and now let's try to view the slides, and let's go to the from beginnings, and here we have the animations. Then after that we comes with the morphs. So this is the morphs over here, this is the transitions, and this is the morph. Okay, so and that's it, you can see the morphs in with this or over there. Okay, so and that's it with the morphs or also the different transitions. And you can also adjust the or like also the durations and sounds effects, and also use the like the or the difference one or on mount or on mouse click. Okay, so the durations of the transitions you can adjust it, like if you're gonna go to and use the transitions over here. And also sound effect, though I recommend use this sparingly, and you can select from there. And also whether the slide advance on mouse on click, or also the like after set timers. Okay, so like you can go ahead and use the set timers. So let's say if I'm gonna go to again the slides from the beginnings, so let's say this is our the transitions, and here we found the these ones. Okay, so and that's it with the transitions over here. And so now let's move into for like over here, and if I'm gonna use or I have already used the transitions over here. So now let's show you, or if I'm gonna use something with the another transitions. So let's say use over here, let's use the another transitions like the there's one, or let's do like one by one. and I will show you so how it will come. So like over here. So now let's go through the slide or from current slides, and it comes like this way. And this is our the transitions that just we have used in there. Okay, so now this is you can now see, and that's it with the different transitions in there. Okay, so and that's it. And also now the or if I'm gonna go to again, and let's go to the transitions. So check with the different settings in there, and we have the effects options like with the object, with the word, and with the characters. So if I'm gonna select with the or the word, so let's say, so how it will come, so it will comes like this way. And if I'm gonna select the characters, so let's show up, and let's show you the preview, so it comes like this way. Okay, so the choose the best one, so whatever you want. Okay, so let's move into the slideshow, and from the slideshow from current slideshow, and this is, and if I'm gonna now move into the another or like the another slide, so it comes like these transitions as the or the animations. Okay, and now let's move into the slide timings and the rehearsals. So now let's talk about like the slide or like the slide timings. So slide timings are crucial if like you are recording self running presentations, and you want your slides to change automatically during a live event. So to set the timings, simply go to the slideshow and tabs and click on the rehearse timings. Okay, so PowerPoint enters rehearse modes like where you practice speaking while advancing slides. So like here when I'm talking, like this is the crypto investings and tradings. And now let's move into the another one, like another slide, and this is the content like the introductions and investing and trendings, like portfolio built up, years of the focus, and also the summary. Okay, so this is our the practice just when I'm presenting, and I can just show up this one. Like, so when I presenting this one, you can now see in the top left corner, it's also going with the timing, or this is the rehearse timings. So like here, if I saying like a crypto log is we are empower investors to maximize their portfolios to help them meet their like financials goals responsibles by offering customized and also sophisticated strategies. We help clients portfolio grow organically and fosters our trusted consumers consult relationships. Okay, so when you are done, you will have a complete timing sequence that can run your presentations automatically by clicking, or let's move into, or now here it say the total times for your slideshow like 1 minute 23 seconds. So do you want to save the new slide timings? If I say, or I can just use the save it. Okay, so now it's saved. So this is also helpful for making sure your presentations files or fits within a set time frame like 10 minutes each. Okay, so over here, and you can go to, or you can say the record, or like here we have the record like the this is the, or if I'm gonna go to, or let's go to, or if I'm gonna go to with the no, and here you can see over here the recorded slide is over here. Okay, so and that's it. So the another thing is, so best practices and the common mistakes like animations and transitions are powerful, but only when used the thoughtfully. So like keep it consistent, like use the same styles of animations throughout your deck. So like if I use like from here the same styles, so I can just easily go to the animations, And let's say if I gonna do have like this one, or I have like the there's one, so I can use the same transitions over here or same animations. So like here, if I gonna say the random burst, so it comes like this is the first, this is the second. So now let's play it. So it comes like this way, but I can move or reorder into the tops. So now it comes like this way. So like here we save it this one as a random burst, and this is the or like contents play, or we can use this on the circles. So click over here, this is the shapes and this is the random. Okay, so let's go to over here and let's say we want to use the random burst according to the this slide, so it can be shows up or match with your over here. So what can I do? So now we can do or with the shapes in there. So now let's try to play it from the beginnings. Okay, so and that's it from here, and here we have like the transitions over here. And also the another one is use the subtles effects. So stick of fades and simple motions for professionals presentations, and also avoid distractions, and like don't use too many flashy effects like random spins or booms unless they fit your theme. Test your timings, always rehearse to make sure animations align with your speech. So think of animations as or seasoning in cooking. A little enhance the flavor, but too much ruins the dish. Okay, so there's it with the animation transition tips. So now let's move into the practice activities. Okay, so the first one is, and before we wrap up, so here's a quick activity. Like we need to open up a simple presentations with 5 slides. So for this, so let's go to the file and let's go to the pre-designed template. So I can go with or I want to work with over here. So let's say, and if I gonna now select a simple styles like the educations, and I will also create with the transitions and also the animations. So let's choose like the students or certificates like that. That's one. And now let's open it, and we want to work with there. Okay, so now it takes the several time to download like that. There's one, so we can work with in there. So and that's it. We have like the few of here like the 3, or like we have the 3 or slides over here. So now we want to add the animations. Like if I try to play it from the beginning, so it don't have any animation and transitions over there. So what I'm gonna do, so let's add here the animations like over here. Go to and let's select. So let's use the appears, and here if I gonna go to with the flat in, and let's say we gonna want to use like the shapes, and that's it. And here, or if I gonna go to let's say with the randoms, and if I gonna now, or this is our the simple examples, or if I gonna go to with the or like let's say the fate and use, or like the after previous like that. That's one. Same way, let's go to and use the appears, and let's use this one with the previous, and this is, or let's make it something like that. That's one. Okay, so and that's it. So now let's try to play it. So how it will comes, you can now see it comes like this way. Okay, so this is, we have just added the animations in there. So now on the another slide, we want to add like the, or if I gonna now let's undo it over here. So now let's select it over here again there, and the same animations I want to use, like go to the animations and use the animation span. So here I have animate with like if I gonna show, so this is the appears. So same way I can go to over here, let's select it and go to the appears, so it can be used over here. Or I can do use here the, like you can use like like here the animations painters like these ones, and let's go to over here and let's use the animations painters. Same way I can do for like these ones. Let's use the animations painters, and let's say we can just go with like this one. Okay, so that's over here, or I can go with all of the animations painters, select it, or I can do so. Let's go ahead and use the animations painter. Let's go to the over here and let's use it. So this is the simple example. Okay, so now that let's move into the adding the transitions in this or over here. So let's go to the transitions and use the morph transitions between like slide 1 or also the or slide or 1 and 2s over here, and here we're gonna use the another transitions like the fade. Okay, so and that's it. So now we can do, so let's use the rehearse timings to practice it. So go to the or slide and use the rehearse timings. Okay, so here it comes like this way, and now let's try to play it with the clicks, and now that here is comes with like these animations, and that's it. And the another one is, so let's move into the with the transitions, and that's it with the these animations we have applied in there. And now this is our the morph transitions. Okay, so this exercise will help you apply everything we have learned today, and here it's working with the transitions. Okay, so now like I can just go back or use the pause it, and or I can do so. Let's use or close it for now. I can just close it for now, and now I want to save it. Okay, so and that's it, it's now saved. Okay, so great work, you have learned mastered animations, transitions, and slide timings in PowerPoint. In these lessons we explored like the difference between animations and transitions, and how to apply and customize animations, controlling animations timing and sequence, and using transitions to create smooth slide changes, and also setting up slide timing for rehearsals or or automated shows, and most importantly best practice for keeping your presentations professional and engaging. In the next lessons we'll move on to like the another topics, and where we'll continue to build on your PowerPoint skills. So thanks for following along, and I will see you in the next sessions.